right, we have Chick Powers, and this is Oliver Art Center's 20 questions. I'm Mercedes Michalowski, the Executive Director, and we're gonna carry it away with question number 1. Chick, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Chick Powers. I'm a local artist, and we're coming to you from my home gallery. So we're sit back and try to sneak a peek around me, if you will, and look at the stuff. We'll show it a little bit later.
Wonderful. And Chick, what is your favorite medium?
Well, I've recently retired from years of sculpting in wood and copper overlay. So my favorite medium would be wood, but I've had to retire. So now my favorite medium is 6B pencil and a kneaded eraser.
And when did your interest in art begin?
Well, I got a late start. I didn't start till I was in college. And interesting story there. I was flunking my minor, and I needed a minor so I could graduate and go teach phys ed somewhere. And I went to my catalog to find a course that I could pass. Page 1, because it started with an A, art. I said, yeah, I ought to be able to get a C in art, get out of here and go teach. And it really caught fire with me. And I stayed on and got a double major in art and phys ed, and went on to teach art for 30 years in public school system.
Oh, wow. So question number 4, who and what inspires you?
My first inspiration was my first art class in college. And it happened to be from a fairly renowned local artist in the Traverse area, Joe DeLuca. He gave me my first A in art, and that inspired me to go on in an art career.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah, we had Joe DeLuca here at the Art Center, so he is fantastic.
Yeah, he's been around.
Yeah. So this next question we are having a little fun with, and it is, if your artwork were to be classified as a musical genre, what genre would it be?
Well, it's got to be rock and roll music. If you want to choose it, it's got to be rock and roll music if you want to dance with me.
That's perfect. I would agree with that.
Extra credit, who sang it?
Oh, ooh.
I don't know either.
Yeah, gosh, my dad would be so disappointed in me for not knowing.
Maybe?
Could be.
I don't know.
We'll have to figure it out.
Somebody can call in and tell you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure. Okay, so number 6 is, will you please give us a verbal snapshot of your work? And you can do your current work or what, you know, your favorite medium.
Yeah. Well, a quick snapshot, my artwork is, my goal was to kind of stop people in their tracks when they see it. And if you want to, you can Google up Chick Powers and see all my work there. And the thing I'm looking for is, if my work is hanging in a gallery and people are walking through the gallery looking at all the different works, and they say, oh, that's pretty, oh, beautiful, I love those colors. And they get to mine and they're going, what? Wait, is that a, yeah, it is. So that's kind of a snapshot of what I'm trying to do, and to create something that people have never seen before, which I think should be probably every artist's goal, is to create something unique, if you will, in the art community.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that answer a lot. I once told somebody that it's our job at the Art Center to make people a little uncomfortable. So, you know, we do like to push the envelope a little bit. We want to spark conversation, whether or not you like it, you don't like it, you know, at least you're talking about it.
Yeah. Well, you've described my work exactly with that statement. We always kind and oddly enough, I might share this with you. Uh, I've been sitting by my work in Art Prize, and more than once, people have come up to me and said, it's hard for me to look at your artwork because it made me cry.
Oh, that's got to be a wonderful compliment.
Oh, it is. I get a little choked up myself thinking about it.
Oh, well, I don't doubt it. I think that's wonderful. I'm glad you shared that with me.
Thank you.
So question 7, and this would, well, I guess this might not apply to you too much with your current work, but if you could only use shades and tones of one color in your artwork, what color would that be?
Well, I've given that a little thought, and I think I would choose some shade of brown. When you add black and white to it, and then your final work would become this kind of sepia tone, antique look about it. And if you have to create brown, you can mix it with the 3 primary colors because it's one of the colors on the color wheel. And then I'd still be using all of the colors on the color wheel, but it would be one color brown.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite tool in your art kit?
Well, as a sculptor, it was my chisels and mallet. And now that I've retired, I'm doing drawings that are based on the images of my sculptures. So my new favorite tool is a 6B pencil and kneaded eraser.
Okay.
And it's important to note the kneaded eraser because you can actually create some drawing illusions using the eraser after the graphite has been applied.
Oh, so it's not just for erasing things anymore.
Yeah. It's not just for eliminating things, it might be for highlighting something, but that it's got to be the kneaded eraser, not just any eraser.
Interesting. I'm not a drawer, obviously, or else maybe I would have known that.
Well,
What is your least favorite tool to use?
my least favorite tool? Well, I'm a tool guy, and I appreciate all tools just based on what they were designed to do. So after eliminating all the tools that I like, I'm left with a wastebasket. It's my least favorite tool because that's where you put the stuff that you failed at.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't want to start to create something, fail at it, throw it away, and have to start over again. So we try to do that with the least amount of times as possible.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll stay with the wastebasket.
Number 10, we're halfway there. What is the
Yeah.
best piece of advice you have been given?
The best piece of advice I was given by Richard Klein, the late Richard Klein of CMU Art Department. He once told me to create the objects in your drawing or painting, sculpture, rather than render an existing object. In other words, that means to create the image that makes it something that nobody's seen, or a twist on a common image that nobody's done before. And again, it's trying to bring something new to the art community that previously didn't exist. So if you create your images rather than reproduce them from nature, from a photograph, your cute little doggy or your favorite lighthouse, you can create something nobody's seen before, that would be the best advice I can share from the advice given to me.
That's pretty good advice. Do you prefer to work solo or in collaboration with other artists?
Well, I have to go with solo so I can take credit for the success or failure of the piece that I created.
Mhm.
And unless collaboration means I want to get one of my pieces cast in bronze, I don't know how to do that. I'd have to bring that to a collaborator at the foundry, give it to him, and he would cast it in bronze for me. But I would go with that kind of collaboration. But it would be real hard for me to create something and the other guy goes, yeah, put it over there. I want it over here. So that's why I
Makes
go
sense.
with solo.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So here's another fun one. Which famous artist would make a good president of the United States?
Well, I gave that a little bit of thought and I went with Whistler, only because they're already an American citizen and they know about American politics or what American politics used to be. Who knows today?
And what is your favorite meal?
My favorite what?
Meal.
Meal?
Mhm.
Well, my favorite meal is pizza.
Okay, do you have a favorite topping?
I do. I like the Hawaiian style pizzas,
Oh my goodness.
the sweet and sour,
Uh-huh.
or
Okay.
sweet and salty, or what? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the
Uh,
pineapple and ham, huh?
what is it?
Pineapple and ham.
Oh, yeah.
So this one, we kind of get to see, get a good look around you. What type of art hangs on the walls in your home?
Well, I'm in my home gallery, and let me pick this up. I can tilt a little bit so you can see more of the gallery. Oh my gosh, there's a phone. I hope my wife gets that. Hey, is that a full-grown tree in my gallery?
It
With
sure
a,
looks like it.
yeah, I think there's a golden eagle sitting on a branch in there.
Oh,
Okay. And I gotta hold this flap up out of the way. And we can go over there and see. Sorry.
that's okay.
Okay, something happened there when I hit the screen. There we go.
You're still with me.
A few more of my pieces over there. Hanging up. Now see if I can get this back in place. Oop, now something else happened here. I hit back.
We'll get you back.
Hey,
There you go.
okay, are we all set?
We're all set.
Yeah, that's a classic example of my computer skills. Yeah.
I think everybody was kind of thrown into the deep end of technology here in the last year or
Yeah.
so.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm old and confused. I always say at times like this.
I always kind of look around for my 14-year-old for my tech support.
Exactly.
So what advice would you give to your younger self?
Start earlier. I waited way too long, but that was just out of complete ignorance of art. You know, I didn't take it in high school. I think I had a 6-week class of it in 7th grade or something, but never occurred to me that it would be something I love. And so that would be my advice to my younger self. Yeah.
Let's see. If you could time travel backward or forward to make art for a week, what date would you choose and where?
Well, I don't know the exact date, but I'd go back to Paris and the Moulin Rouge and hang out with my old buddy Toulouse, Lautrec that is, and paint with him for a week. I think that'd be great fun.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful time. So when you're working, is there anything that you have to have while you work? Like a certain beverage or certain music playing or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, previously stated, I always have music going on. It's always classic rock and roll. And I don't have it blaring. It's kind of in the background. And I'll be drawing something or sculpting something. Uh, Stretch out, stand up straight. One more time, and I'll start singing along and hey, okay, back to work. We'll be going on in the background.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it really does help.
Hmm.
It can set the mood for what you're about to do, and it can carry you through a frustrating moment with your work. So I recommend it to everybody.
Rock and roll or just music?
Yeah, well, you get to choose.
Um, so is there a gallery that you would love to have your work featured in? And which one?
Well, I'd love to. I hear there's a place in Frankfurt, Oliver, and I hear you have an inside track. Maybe you can put in a good word for me. We figure something out.
Yeah.
I would love to be featured there at the Oliver.
And then, so this is a good question that I think a lot of people do ask themselves and other artists is how do you know when a work is finished?
That can be very difficult. But one thing I would suggest is when you're nearing the completion point, you think you might be done, set your work up on an easel or across the room, stand up, stretch out, go to the other side of the room, turn around a few times, hum a few bars of What Kind of Fool Am I? And make a quick turnaround and look at your piece. Get that quick first impression.
Mhm.
If you're going, yeah, a little something there, go do that. Go back across the room and make a quick turn and get that first impression again. And you keep doing that until you make a quick turn and you go, yep, we're done. And having said that, I've had pieces hanging on the wall and I didn't know it like a month later. Oh, I didn't see that. When I take it down, I'll touch that up. Then I'll be done.
So they might not ever be finished, truly.
Right. Uh,
So where can we
no.
currently find your work?
Well, you can Google up Chick Powers. I don't have a website, but I am evidently the only Chick Powers in the world. There's a couple other people whose nicknames are Chick, but not Powers. They'll pop in there. But click on Art Prize. You want to see my work. You want to put a smile on your face. Click Images. And my work will start appearing. And then there'll be a powerful chick next to it, or a chick with power. So it'll be one of my sculptures next to Wonder Woman, because she's a powerful chick. And you can just keep scrolling and scrolling and see my work and all the other Chick-fil-A managers. Austin Powers will be there. Stephanie Powers is on there somewhere next to one of my pieces. That's what makes it fun for me to have my work next to these famous people. And it's always puts a smile on my face as well.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Keep good company.
Yeah. But there's a couple of places you can click just to see my work. If that's what you're at.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, that's all of our 20 questions, Chick. Is there anything that you want to add?
No, I really enjoyed it. And I hope the people that will be viewing it enjoy it. And for all the people that will be viewing it, send a message that you enjoyed the work and everybody come out to the Oliver and say hi to Mercedes and see what the local show is going on.
Thank you very much, Chick. It was great to get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.